In times past, the names called out during training at junior AFL clubs like this one might have been Josh or Jacob or William.
Yasmin, hurry
2 seconds.
But the Richmond Junior Football Club in Melbourne's inner east is undergoing somewhat of a transformation.
Girls that did it last week, can you go to the front of the lines because you're going to show everyone else how to do it?
2 seasons ago, the club only entered teams in the boys' competition. This year, it has enough players for 7 girls' teams.
1, 2, 1.
It's part of a nationwide trend. Suddenly, AFL for girls is cool, and it's not hard to see the main driving force.
What has changed is it's been like the AFLW has been invented. Since the AFLW started, people are getting more interested. They're not just thinking, oh, the boys can only play.
The AFLW is the new Australian rules national women's competition. Sensing a growing appetite for women's footy, AFL officials brought forward the start date by several years and have been stunned by the results. The first game in early February was a lockout, attracting 24,000 fans.
It's a new era in our great game.
Among the stars who are becoming household names is Emma Carney, a Western Bulldogs midfielder who until now had been used to playing in front of a handful of family and friends.
To run out in our first game at Whitten Oval in front of tens of thousands of people was incredible, and then obviously winning that game, and then you've got all the fans and young boys and girls at the fence wanting your signature or a selfie or something like that. Yeah, it was just an incredible experience. So today we're going to be doing some football. Who's watched the AFL Women's competition?
The secondary school teacher knows some of the children hanging over the fence very well. They're her students at Mount Alexander College in Melbourne's inner west.
When I saw her and her game, I was like, wow, surprised. Like, can't believe she's at our school. She inspired me more than anyone. Like, she was amazing.
Kick it back to me, Amran. Yeah, beautiful.
As a teacher, Carney is better placed than most to gauge the impact the new competition is having on young girls.
When you've got a national competition and how successful it's been, it's only going to encourage girls to get involved. More girls are getting really excited and starting to talk about it and wanting to actually play footy now. Instead of having it like that, try on the sides of the ball.
Mount Alexander College student Jaleh Arik is one of many girls who took up football at primary school age, only to stop soon after because they were forced to play against boys.
I would usually get injured after games, and so I just had to stop because there was not enough opportunities for females.
Now that girls' teams are sprouting up, she's contemplating a comeback.
I love footy so much. It's a good sport.
Yeah, what's prompted you to go back or possibly go back and play?
Miss Carney, she inspired me a lot to go back.
Just a demonstration, really quickly. Bang, beautiful tackle.
Carney herself gave the game away as a 12-year-old and only returned 8 years later when she could join a local women's team. A talented cricketer who opens the bowling for the Melbourne Stars in the Big Bash League, she may soon have the option of becoming a full-time professional.
At this stage, I'll still try to balance doing both sports and also teaching. Look, it has its challenges. I've no doubt that I've been really exhausted over these past few months with the Big Bash and then the AFL season. Whether I go part-time, which is definitely a possibility, and I think it's probably a good possibility because it means that financially I'm in a good place with my sports, that they're paying me enough to be able to do that.
So we're going to need a ruck to start with, but everyone's going to get a go.
Getting girls to go back to footy or try the game for the first time inspires Richmond Under-12s girls coach Lachlan Mosley. Earlier this year, he won a local community award for his work encouraging girls to play sport, and his club is reaping the benefits.
It's changed the culture of the footy club a little bit, for the better, I think. Now that there's so many girls around, it's probably just made it a bit more, I don't know what the word for it is, balanced, or a bit more equal, I suppose.
Giving girls an equal chance to compete will be a challenge for clubs and governments in the future as booming numbers stretch facilities.
We've only got 2 change rooms, and on game days when there's girls, 2 girls teams playing and then 2 boys teams or vice versa, it's a nightmare. It's it doesn't work really. So we've got to move forward on that.
We need more funding at grassroots level, not just for the facilities, things like that, but also good coaches. If we can't foster the young juniors, then there's going to be no skill there to then bring into that national competition.
In some ways, these are good problems to have.
I think it's so exciting that young girls are taking up the game. They're getting active and getting fit and healthy, which is really important in developing young females.
While participation is the main goal, it seems the lure of a professional career is allowing girls to dream big.
I always wanted to play footy. Now I can go out there and play someday.
Very excited, hoping I'll be in the AFLW one day. It's kind of like my dream to play on the MCG.